Good morning, Canada, and welcome to Sunday's video. And to all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. Or should it be happy birthing person's day? Depends who's arguing arguing what. But yeah, happy Mother's Day. That's what we call it here, and that's what it will always be to mothers, children, and regular normal families. So yeah, Carney went down to talk to Trump. Do you think it's good enough that we've just got a prime minister who's friendly with Trump now, even though he wasn't friendly with Trump, and that's all over, and our relationships changed? Yeah, well, the only person can explain that is Carney. So let's have a listen.
The old relationship we had with the United States, based on deepening integration of our economies and tight security and military cooperations, is over.
Thank you for your hospitality and above all for your leadership. You're a transformational president. Focus on the economy with a relentless focus on the American worker, securing your borders, ending the scourge of fentanyl and other opioids, and securing the world.
Yeah, the world is secure now, thanks to Donald J. Trump. Well, yeah, he did change his mind pretty quick there, didn't he? But what exactly did he change? What has changed in Canada? What magnificent things have we got now that we have this new Prime Minister? Well, Erin O'Toole. Erin O'Toole actually highlighted all the changes that that Carney's made. Have a listen to what Erin O'Toole made. Erin O'Toole made. Erin O'Toole. Erin O'Toole said.
Do you think that Donald Trump was the ballot box question in this federal election?
I think he was a big part of it. The Liberals did something I was mesmerized by. Really, they had a cabinet shuffle of really just one important minister, the first minister, the prime minister. Everyone else is the same. So, you know, the people that were defending the carbon tax are now silent and in the cabinet. Same with the capital gains, all this sort of stuff. I think people were surprised by the tone of Trump this time, the governor, the 51st state, but they were also surprised that the Liberals not only changed Mr. Trudeau, but in 10 days, Mr. Carney basically jettisoned several of the key pillars of Mr. Trudeau's time. And he also went to Paris and the UK very quickly to show that, hey, we have other friends. I think Canadians like that. I thought that was very smart to do, to show the Americans we have a lot of friends, including two countries that were part of our founding. We're going to survive. We're going to stand up. But I've said we need to have elbows up, but we also need to smarten up.
Yeah, like you said, nothing's changed, which is sad, really. You know, it's like, how do these Liberal voters just seem to feel that putting the same government back in power is the right thing to do, and the way to change what's happened over the last 10 years. And he's right. They just ignore it. They just ignore the carbon tax, the everything, the capital gains tax, everything that they put in, everything that they voted for, everything that they were so passionate about is now got. It just shows that politicians, that it's definitely a mentality game in a way. Anyway, talking about politicians, what about mayors? Here's Toronto's mayor opening up a men's washroom. I know you can't make this stuff up.
That you're having a great time with kids in the playground, or enjoying the cherry blossom that is really beautiful, or in the winter time, bike around or tobogganing down with your kids, and then the bathroom is closed. Well, it's now open. As of May 1st, it's open now.
Yeah, that wasn't a joke meme, or wasn't a joke thing. That's actually the mayor opening up a men's washroom. Okay, let's have a listen. Let's have a look at your comments now. So the video that was most popular last week is the one where obviously Carney met with Trump. Finally, he did say that he was going down there. Oh, He did say that it was going down there to sort out the tariffs, to definitely get something going between Trump, to negotiate something for all the workers who have lost their jobs. It's fine stalling and trying to be Mr. Nice Guy, but yeah, he was schooled. It was a nothing burger. It was a nothing burger. Some of these comments, right? You're not going to agree with them, or you might agree with them. Some of these comments are very, very, very telling as to which side of the fence you sit on. If you're on the side of the fence where you feel that, yeah, there are jobs on the line here. There's 750 jobs being lost in Oshawa, just near me, just for one. And those jobs, I don't think those jobs will be coming back. And they're due to tariffs, right? This guy went down there to try and sort out the tariffs, to try and sort out a negotiation between Canada and the USA. That didn't happen. Nothing happened. We're almost a week away from when they met up, and there's nothing at all. Nothing's happened, has it? Nothing. The tariffs haven't changed. And you can say, oh, it's the first time that they've met, and this is leading up to something that's going to be a great relationship between the two. It doesn't help people lining up at the food banks with no money and no job, does it? It doesn't help them people. Brian said,
I hope the Liberal voters saw exactly what Carney is made of. He looked meek and small. In fact, I would say he kissed the ring of the king, yet once again the Liberal PM embarrassed the entire country.
See, that is one take of someone who is affected by the tariffs, actually affected by the tariffs. Brian works in the oil industry. He's affected by this government, right? If you're not affected by this government and things here aren't really stressing you out or anything, you're going to have a different look on this. The sun's a bit strong, so I'll just move you a bit closer, guys. Ardale said,
He was definitely a wimp in the meeting. He looked like a schoolboy getting into trouble by the principal. He'll not do anything. Pierre would have handled the situation like a true leader of Canada and Canadians.
I think the meeting would have been a little bit different. And I know this isn't the negotiation that's gone on, but they would have been talking about how they would fix the tariffs in this chat, not how they were just talking about being, oh yeah, yeah, because of me, because of Mr. Trump, Mr. Carney got elected. Yeah, I was part of the issue of why he's been elected. Yeah, did you see that bit with the little, not the elbows up? There's no elbows up here. Just thumbs up. Michigan Frog said,
He sure told Trump. I can't believe that the Carney is a bigger embarrassment than the turd.
Yeah, I think he means Trudeau. Maria said,
Trump's target has always been China. Carney is a direct tie. Pierre wasn't. He melted quicker than a marshmallow in a s'more. No surprise, thanks.
You see? That's the most Canadian comment you could read on here when you start throwing s'mores in the springtime. Yeah, a lot of people did think that it was a nothing burger. A lot of people agreed it was a nothing burger. You have to think, when we start getting comments on these channels now, we now know that 50% of people are all for Carney and all for just Carney Trump, Carney Trump. They're basically voting for America. That's what they voted for. And the other 50% are actually voting for no more of the last 9 years. They don't want any more of what happened the last 9 years. But look at what we've got. We've got the same, like Erin O'Toole said, we got the same snake with a different head. That's basically what we've ended up with. Risa said,
Carney did nothing on tariffs, hardly talked about it. Carney got a sentence in oh my gee, horrible.
Yeah, like we're a week away. Tariffs, still there, still piling on the tariffs. Mark
said, in true Trudeau fashion, it was just a glorified photo op. Would the true Carney please stand up?
You see, so many people agreeing that it was a nothing burger and absolutely a waste of time. Oh yeah, so the friendliness. They were friendly anyway. The business partner. Well, a comment says that as well. The business partners. Get it through your heads that these two, that they're not enemies. Why do you think Trump? Why do you think he sort of backed Carney to be PM? And don't say he didn't back him, because he did. He built up so much pressure that people were Orange man bad, must vote for Carney. It's planned. It was definitely a planned thing. And mainstream media, CBC, they were all part of it. They were washing their hands. They were loving this. Very Randy said,
No one should believe anything Conman Carney has to say. FMC.
yeah, FMC is the new F for now. Michael said,
Carney spoke with the owners of Canada, he says. Who are they, pray tell? The Liberal Party or the banks?
I think he meant the cauliflower-headed people at his rallies. Cauliflower head is something we used to call old people in cars, because you just see, all you see in the back through the back window is like a curly white hair thing, like a cauliflower. Gordtron said,
Good thing all the old Trump-hating retards voted for Mark. Looks like a real fighting financial wizard.
I think that's sarcasm. Bill said,
Instead of sending messages with socks, Team Canada should have shown up wearing big, round, red foam noses. After all, that's how they left.
yeah, he's not getting the vibes from at least half of Canadians that he thinks he should be getting for just sitting down and talking with Trump. Constantio said,
Looks like Con Carney kissed the ring by the looks of it.
a lot of people were saying that, yeah, he just kissed the ring. Rayner said,
King Carney is now Prince Carney. He showed just how vulnerable he is. It's unfortunate we all have to pay for their lifelong Liberal voters. Thanks so much.
yeah, thank you, Liberal voters, for not seeing through the charade that was going on over the last 3 or 4 months and totally ignoring the last 9 years where the Liberal government tried to decimate and destroy Canada with taxes upon taxes. Thanks for that. Patrick said,
Give it time, for God's sakes.
That's not what he campaigned on, Patrick. That is not what he campaigned on. He campaigned on being the strong guy who can handle Trump, not make good friends with Trump. He's already done that by bailing him out some years ago from some property thing that, if you want to dig into it, Moose on the Loose has probably got something on that. They are good friends already. He doesn't need to go down there to make friends. He needs to go down there to negotiate tariffs. That was his job, to go down there and negotiate tariffs, not go and have dinner with his best business buddy. DV said,
Talking tough is one thing, but when reality slaps you in the face, your real character shines through. Carney was a simp, and the people that voted for him are simpletons.
They were absolutely brainwashed by CBC and by Carney's rhetoric, by the way he was saying I'm the one to deal with Trump. Imagine Poilievre having to deal with Trump. He couldn't do it. I'm the one to do it. No, he didn't. He's not going to do it. And stop it with the comments about, it's a good start. He had a start years ago through Brookfield, through his big business, that he's already got connections with Trump. He doesn't need to be making friends with him. He just needs to go down there and negotiate tariffs so that we can get the car workers back to work. We can get just the 750 in Oshawa would be a start, yeah? Chuckhart said,
Strange that all Conservatives included said he did a great job, that the tone was appropriate, and that this bodes well for a good relationship moving forward. Strange that.
He's already got a relationship with Trump. He already knows Trump. They know each other. Just Google it. They are friends. This shouldn't have been a go down there, have a glass of wine, sit back and chill and look at the stars meeting. This should have been right, let's get down to business. What's going on with these tariffs? First things first, tariffs. It wasn't though, was it? No. Brian said,
Mainstream media said Carney won, Trump 0. On what planet?
Exactly. It was Trump absolutely he let Trump control that press conference. That's for sure. Mario said,
They are business partners. He's eating off the same plate.
they are. They are. Well said, Mario. Thank God somebody knows what's going on in the world. Camper said,
If y'all wanted someone to fight for Canada, why didn't you vote for Pierre? You picked another Trudeau. Makes no sense.
we didn't pick another Trudeau. 50% of people picked another Trudeau. 50% did not. Well, it was like 42% didn't pick Trudeau. The Conservatives got the biggest vote ever that they've ever had, and they still didn't win. That's because we all of a sudden overnight we became a two-party country. There's nothing you can do about that. That just happened. We just need to learn from that for the next election. David said,
The goal of their meeting was to start negotiations. Funny how you don't show the whole clip of their interaction. Carney totally owned Trump, and that will play well for us in the future.
no, I disagree. The goal of the meeting was not to start negotiations. You could do that with fucking phone calls. You did phone call him. You can phone call and phone call and phone call and make friends that way. You don't need to go down. Even Trump said before he went down, I don't know why he's coming down. I don't know what we're going to talk about. And he didn't talk about what everybody wanted him to talk about. They did not talk about tariffs. And that is what we wanted him to do. Well, okay, that's not what we wanted him to do. People said, what would Pierre do? I think Pierre would have gone down there and said, right, okay, yeah, I don't want to be your fucking friend. Let's talk about tariffs. Tariffs are affecting my country, yeah? My country. I want what's best for my country. Anyway, with that said, this video's too long now. I'll see you on the next one.